Yeah.
Randall, just tell us what you saw, what happened from your end, what you saw. How you just sort of drove up on this, or was...
Yeah, me and my wife were headed away from Carrollton, headed northbound on 27, and you know, we encountered a lot of vehicles slowing down and pulling off on the side. That's when, you know, we noticed a motorcycle that's the first thing I seen was a motorcycle in the median, and we pulled up a little closer, and I could see John laying on the road. Well, I didn't know anything yet, you know, and we get a little closer and I could see where he's bleeding really badly. So, you know, we pull over and everything, and I tell my wife to stay in the car, you know, and everything. So I run from the car out and hollered, make sure that somebody had called somebody to come, you know. And once I found out that they had, you know, I went over there to John to see what I could do to help. You know, I just happened to be the only one at the time wearing a belt, you know, so...
Well, it was pretty obvious something had to be done quick?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
You could just tell he was in bad shape.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It turns out the artery had been severed in that leg, and that's why the blood was flowing so fast, because, you know, every beat of my heart, the blood was just pumping straight out. And, of course, none of us really knew this at the time.
But you looked and you said he's in bad shape here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had actually assumed that that's probably what had happened, you know, and so, you know, we get the tourniquet on as quick as we can, you know, and I know it's makeshift and everything, so we just do what we can, you know, and wait for the ambulance to get there. So when the ambulance gets there, you know, I'm afraid that I'm in the way. You know, I need to get out of the way so for them to do their job, and you know, they're telling me, no, you stay right there, you know, keep holding the belt. So, you know, eventually one of them took the belt from me and everything. And
how'd you even know how to do that? Know what to do?
I don't know. It's reaction, I guess, you know.
But you just knew he needed a tourniquet there of some kind.
I was going to try whatever I could that just happened to be, you know, what I thought of. So
you just said, all right, well, we got the belt, let's...
Right. You know.
Pretty amazing. I mean, it's what an odd way to meet somebody, you know?
Right.
I mean, you guys feel like you guys have some sort of connection now. I mean,
yeah.
Without a doubt. You know, the way that I look at it, I am a very strong believer in God, and what I believe is that He made sure that when I prayed that prayer, that the people were in place, that prayer would be answered, and that, you know, that due to the timing of y'all coming through at the time that you did, and your, you know, desire and ability to get out and help someone in need, that is nothing short of divine.
Not everybody gets out of the car to help.
No. In this day and age, practically no one does. And then, you know, to be willing to put your hands on someone in this, you know, this sue-happy world that we live in, you know, it's just inspiring to me that he would be willing to help someone.
You're pretty positive he saved your life?
I'm pretty positive without him and that belt that he put around my leg, that what the first gentleman said, that I wouldn't have made it until the ambulance got there, I believe that may have been true. They tell me that by the time I was life-flighted to Atlanta Medical Center, that I was down to 8% of my life's blood. That's very close. So there is no doubt in my mind that what Randall did that day saved my life.
Pretty excited to be able to see him here face to face.
I'm just thrilled.
I'm excited to see you sitting next to me. You know,
it's you know, they did. They tried to save the leg to start with. They harvested a vein from this leg to try to restore the blood flow to the foot so that they could possibly be able to save the leg. But by the time they were able to schedule all the surgeries and everything, it had been so long since the foot had had blood flow
Yeah.
to it that they tell me it just it wasn't going to be able to be saved. So then the very difficult decision had to be made. You know, since I was going to have to lose my foot anyway, and the rest of the leg was beat up so bad, they needed to do an above-the-knee amputation. And my wife was faced with that very difficult choice to tell them, yes, go ahead and amputate. And I'm just so grateful that she had the strength to be able to make that decision, because you know, without that there again, you know, the foot was slowly dying, and it was, you know, it was taking my life. And if she hadn't had the strength to make that choice, then I wouldn't be here today, sitting here, the man that I am. Which, you know, I have no regrets and no ill will toward the person that made the decision and turned in front of me. You know, the Bible tells us that we must forgive others if we expect God to forgive us of our mistakes. So,
At the same time, though, you got to think this guy needs to come forward, or somebody who knows him needs to.
If the laws of man don't get him, then he will answer judgment one day, in my belief. You know, I know they're still searching, and you know, that may come to pass.
Yeah. What about you, Randall? I mean, you stopped. You didn't have anything to do with it. You stopped because somebody needed help. What do you think about the fact that this person just took off?
Well, I mean, you know, all I can really do is just to urge, you know, the person to come forward and do what's right. You know, give, you know, John a little closure on the situation. I mean, he owes him that much, you know. So.
What's it like to sit here and see John? I mean, you weren't sure what was going to happen to him. You knew he was in bad shape when he left.
Right. Like I said, I'm really glad that he's sitting right here next to me, you know, and that you know, he made it through everything. He seems to be in great spirits and everything. It's wonderful, really.
It's just sort of strange you got somebody that's always going to be part of your life here, it looks like.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And I know you got to talk to Randall's wife on the phone before, but to all be together here must be kind of neat.
It is.
It's amazing. It really
Well,
is.
I talked to Randall on the phone. I can't remember what all I said to him. Because,
She was quite upset, and, you know.
but he listened to me for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Why did you want to talk to him? What did you want to
Tell him thank you, because he saved my husband's life. Because without him, I wouldn't have him. No doubt.
Have you gotten a chance to give him a hug yet?
I did.
You did. Yeah, everybody's hug. Everybody had a hug.
Hey, but we can hug again.
I would like to see everybody hug again. Come on.
But we haven't hugged, actually.
No, we
So,
haven't.
let me give you.
Well, thank you so much. And I, again, will be eternally grateful
Yeah.
for your courage and desire and ability to help someone.
Yeah. I'm just glad I was able to help you.
We actually have the belt.
Oh, you have the bill?
Yeah,
But I don't think I can give it back